Commander Zefkai's 4 eyes gleamed with satisfaction as he sealed the reinforced training chamber. Inside, the human cadet sat cross-legged on the floor, apparently meditating. The Galactic Naval Academy's most challenging escape room had stumped cadets for decades. Even the brilliant Altarian strategists and the physically gifted Corvan warriors had never completed it in under 20 minutes. 30 minutes, Cadet Martinez, he announced through the intercom, his translator, rendering his chittering speech into standard. Standard Academy record is 17 minutes, 43 seconds. Don't feel pressure to. The lights went out. Emergency illumination flickered on 3 seconds later, casting eerie red shadows across the chamber. Through the reinforced viewing window, Zefkai watched Martinez rise to her feet, brushing dust from her uniform. She surveyed the room with the casual interest of someone examining a mildly interesting museum exhibit. The escape room was a masterwork of engineering. 12-inch durasteel walls, electronic locks with quantum encryption, artificial gravity wells, and a maze of laser grids that would activate the moment someone attempted to move toward any exit. The puzzles required advanced mathematics, xenobiology, knowledge, and precise coordination between multiple systems. Martinez walked to the nearest wall and knocked on it twice. The sound echoed strangely. "What is she doing?" asked Lieutenant Voss, the Tyrellian observer. His crystalline form shimmered with curiosity. The wall analysis should take at least 4 minutes. Martinez placed her palm against the wall and closed her eyes. For 30 seconds, she remained perfectly still. Then she stepped back, rolled her shoulders, and took a deep breath. "Oh no," whispered Dr. Yilon from the observation deck. The elderly Filian medical officer had worked with humans before. "Commander, I recommend we—" The wall exploded, not disintegrated, not carefully dismantled, exploded. Chunks of durasteel flew across the observation room as Martinez's fist punched through 12 inches of reinforced metal like it was paper. Alarms shrieked. Emergency barriers slammed down as debris bounced off the viewing window docked through the settling dust and chaos. They watched Martinez calmly step through the human-shaped hole she had created in the wall. "Time," she called out, checking her wrist. "Chronometer, 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Do I win something?" The observation deck fell silent, except for the wailing alarms. Commander Zefkai's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation among his species. "Impossible," Lieutenant Voss whispered. "The structural integrity of those walls can withstand a direct hit from a plasma cannon." Dr. Yilon sighed, a sound like wind through crystal chimes. "Gentlemen, allow me to explain something about Deathworlders." She activated the main display, showing Earth statistics. Gravity 1.2 times galactic standard. Atmospheric pressure that would crush most species. Temperature variations that range from metal freezing cold to protein denaturing heat. And a rotation period that created constant seismic activity. Humans evolved on a planet that actively tried to kill them every single day. Dr. Yilon continued, "Their bone density is 3 times ours. Their muscle fiber composition includes backup systems for their backup systems. They have redundant organs, psychological mechanisms that shut down pain and fear during crisis situations, and an endocrine system that can temporarily grant them strength levels that will be considered supernatural by our standards." Martinez appeared at the observation deck door, having navigated the Academy's corridors with the same casual efficiency she had demonstrated in the escape room. She knocked politely. "Come in, Cadet." Commander Zefkai managed. Martinez entered and stood at attention, though her relaxed posture suggested this was more courtesy than actual military bearing. "Sir, I believe there may have been a malfunction with the exercise. The wall seems structurally compromised." "Compromised?" Lieutenant Voss's crystalline form flickered with disbelief. "You punched through durasteel." "Yes, sir." Martinez looked genuinely confused. "Was I not supposed to?" The objective was to escape the room. The wall was the most direct route. Commander Zefkai realized his mistake. The escape room had been designed by species who approached problems intellectually, who saw barriers as puzzles to be solved rather than obstacles to be overcome through sheer physical determination. "Cadet Martinez," he said slowly, "what did you feel when you were trapped in that room?" She considered the question seriously. "Mild claustrophobia, sir, and confusion about why anyone would need 30 minutes to break down a wall." Dr. Yelan chuckled, a sound like small bells. "Commander, I tried to warn you. Humans don't solve problems the way we do. When we see a locked door, we look for the key. When humans see a locked door, they assess whether it's easier to find the key or simply remove the door from its hinges." "But the wall was 12 inches of reinforced durasteel," Lieutenant Voss protested. Martinez shrugged. "So, my grandmother's bedroom door back home was solid oak, and I could break that down when I was 12. This was just a bit thicker." The aliens exchanged glances. They were beginning to understand why humans had earned the designation Deathworlders, and why their species had gone from primitive tool users to galactic citizens in less than 1,000 years. "Cadet," Commander Zethkai said finally, "report. To advance tactical engineering tomorrow. I believe we need to redesign our training protocols." "Yes, sir." Martinez paused at the door. "Should I also report to maintenance? I think I might have damaged some equipment." After she left, the 3 officers stood in silence, contemplating the Martinez-shaped hole in what had been considered an impregnable wall. "Make a note," Commander Zethkai said to Lieutenant Voss. "All future escape room exercises involving human cadets will feature walls of adaptive neutronium composite. And perhaps we should increase the time limit to 5 minutes. 5 minutes, sir? Well," the commander's mandibles clicked thoughtfully, "we need to be reasonable." Outside in the corridor, Cadet Martinez walked toward her next class completely unaware that she had just revolutionized Xena military training doctrine. She was wondering if the academy cafeteria would have anything resembling actual food, and whether the gravity in the gymnasium was adjustable. After all, she had heard some interesting things about the academy's impossible obstacle course.